Mm-hmm. And it says I'm live. I must be live. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. What does this do? Oh, that makes me really like full screen. I will not click there. Okay. So, hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing? Already have the Hitchhiking Bones. Dawn is in here. Just Noah's Adventure. Noah's in here. Welcome in on this August the 26th of 2021. This is the ending and the beginning of an era for this channel. And I will get into that in a minute. Oh, I need to put this banner going on. One second, guys. There we go. There we are. There's my banner. That's not a new banner. It's pretty standard banner. Princess Paula Bell, hi, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I may or may not have a caffeinated beverage here. Green tea. I am drinking a passion fruit green tea here, and it says it contains 44 milligrams of caffeine, so I'm hoping that'll be enough that I can have an exciting stream, but then I'll calm down and go to bed at a reasonable hour. So that's that. Behind me is my fancy schmancy background. And all right, Paula, just you're welcome to stay as long as you can. And so let me go ahead and get into it. I will talk more about the future, but the present, let me talk about is that this is my last regular live stream, my regular weekly Gobbletastically Yours live stream. I have announced it. I've talked about it. Most of you may or may not know, probably know, that I have evaluated how I feeling about my YouTube journey, and I have decided to stop my live streams, my full live streams. But as you all know, likely, you're aware that one segment favorite, crowd pleaser favorite part of my streams have been the bedtime stories. And so I'm continuing the stories, even though I'm not continuing the live streams. And I will go into that later on. But for tonight, we're going to enjoy a good old time talking about some things. So let me just get into it. Welcome into everyone. Not seeing anyone else new that I haven't seen before. Let's just talk for a few minutes about Disney Genie. I know that there has, since the reopening of Walt Disney World, the Fast Pass system was not available. And there was talk that it might eventually be replaced. And then this week, or last week, I should say, there was news that the Disney Genie system would come out. I think there's probably been enough talk about what the system is, basically how it works. So let me just tell you. So what I'm going to say is based on the assumption. Hi, Jack. How are you tonight? Happy Thursday. Welcome in. So what I'm going to kind of say is based on the assumption that you know what Genie and Genie Plus is and kind of how it's going to be operated and everything. So if you don't know, it's basically the replacement to FastPass. There's going to be a free level of Genie that's going to help with itinerary and planning for your visits in the park. And the Genie Plus is a paid level that you pay for, and that will allow you to get front of the line for attractions. But then there's another level on top of that, and the front of the line thing is called Lightning Lane, or Lightning Lanes or whatever. And then there's another level, kind of a Genie Plus, but I guess, they didn't want to be confusing. And it's going to be there's a few rides here in Orlando, the Walt Disney World parks, that are available on the, I'm going to call it Disney Plus, Genie Plus, because it's so fun. Genie Plus. The Lightning Lane, it's actually called Individual Attraction Access or whatever. And so there's a few rides, Rise of the Resistance, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Anyway, those you can actually purchase on top of, because they're not available on the other level, on the regular Genie Plus. So basically, those are extra rides, and you're guaranteed a front of the line. So anyway, Disney Food Blog has a couple of really clear and concise articles. I'm sure some of the other sources, Walt Disney World News Today probably has a couple articles on explaining how it's going to work, or look it up. But anyway, so here's my thoughts. These are my official thoughts on right now on what I am feeling as far as the Genie system. So that's true, Don. It's not an official list. There's the list of rides that I've seen have only been on these other kind of these news places, so we don't have an official Disney list. That is true, Don. But here's my first impression of this is this, and then we'll move on in a few minutes. But my first impression is 2 thumbs up to Disney for integrating this into the My Disney Experience app and not bringing out a whole new app that's separate. Because some things on their website, I don't know anyone who has gone to Disney since their reservations were in place. it seemed a little disjointed of a process. I don't know if that's the word. It seemed like non-streamlined of a process between doing a reservation, finding out, the dates of availability, and getting a ticket, and all that just seemed like a very going back and forth, having to go to separate pages. Seemed like they could have had all that on one page where you look at availability. Okay, then you scroll down, you pick a date, and they could have streamlined that a little better, I think. But so based on that, it just seemed like Disney just has the whatever the word is, the knack for maybe not making things as propensity. They have a propensity for things not, being streamlined. So I'm at least glad that they're working in this to the existing app. The other thing that I really feel about this is I suspect that once it's up and running, there will be such feedback from this that Disney will do probably a couple things. I think they will either charge much less, or they will allow more reservations, because it seems like they have a very minimal number of lanes that you can purchase. I know that the top level seemed like it had a restriction of only 2 rides per day, but then again, there's not multiple rides that would get the very top tier, the individual lane. So if you're not park hopping and you're not, going to different parks, you wouldn't, exceed that anyway. But anyway, so my thoughts are that they would probably like change something on the tiers or allow more reservations. That's my kind of prediction unofficially. The other sentiment and fact that has been mentioned that is in consideration here, why there's some disagreement or whatever the word is for this, is the fact that Disney is still reopening, bringing things back, and there are still things that aren't available, and so the value is not there. It's not necessarily that it's an extra charge, although that, no one likes to spend extra money, but I think if they were fully open and everything was available, possibly there wouldn't be quite so much pushback on what they're charging. So those are just a couple of thoughts that I personally have on Disney Genie. Basically, I know, hi Carol, happy Thursday, welcome in. I tend to take a, well, let's wait and see. Let's just see how it goes kind of approach. I'm kind of more or less taking that on Harmonious with the huge barges in the middle of the lake, although I definitely have voiced my displeasure at those ugly barges in the middle of the World Showcase Lagoon. The other thing that I will touch on, so that's where I'm going to be done with Disney Genie talk for right now. They also announced that the NBA experience will be not reopening at Disney Springs. And so I'm a little ticked off at Disney now because they took so much time and money to get rid of the Disney Quest experience thing that was there before and putting in the NBA experience along with the restaurant, which I'm still not remembering the name of. I think it was like City Works, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how that restaurant's doing. I don't know if that reopened or not. But oh, hi Garrett, welcome in. Happy Thursday. So I'm just a little ticked off at Disney right now because now, and I don't know the full reasoning behind not reopening. I don't know. I heard something to the effect there might have been some kind of a maybe something with like sports agreements or whatever, or contracts. That's possible. But it's just kind of it's a little ticking me off that they spent so much time and money to build it and put it in, and it was only open for maybe half a year. And now they're going to take even more time and money when they're still in a reopening process, and still, they're kind of short staff in some areas, and the Disney gears are still kind of coming back from the closure. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that space. I can tell you that my feelings are that end of Disney Springs could probably use something that's really going to be, a crowd drawer. So let me acknowledge the chat here for a second. I've been yakking on for a few seconds. That's how I feel about the NBA experience. Paula says she's tired. No problem, Paula. If you need to go to bed, I perfectly understand. It is around, the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour. I've actually started getting, going to bed a little earlier, which was a very small part of why I'm actually not doing these streams at night anymore. It was one of the factors, one of the small factors. There were a lot of factors, but one of them was that I was finding I wasn't staying up as late as I was even earlier this year. So no problem. I understand if you need to head off to bed, Paula. Noah says August 12th, 2019 NBA experience. Yeah, it was. It's been a year as of this month ever since it opened, but it closed. Wait, no. It's been 2 years. Sorry. It was middle of March, when everything else shut down, that it closed. So it wasn't that long at all. Not at all. Elena, aloha. Welcome in. I would stand up and do a hula dance, but there's not enough room here. I don't have a grass skirt. And I'm trying not to lose people on my last night. So welcome in, aloha. Carol, welcome in. Garrett, welcome. Jack, welcome. Don, I read, there wasn't a lot of interest. I never went in there. I was never in Disney Springs during the time period that it was open. I never wasn't in Disney Springs, so I didn't actually go into even the gift shop. But I did see a couple of like live streams, videos. I know Corey Meets World actually did a kind of a vlog video that I watched. It seemed like some of the things in there might work for as part of something like a multi themed thing. I'm not sure how I'm trying to say this, but if they had a few like NBA games within a larger, like if they brought back like a new concept of Disney Quest and they had like a section of a floor that had a few like NBA themed like games, that might work. But you know, the whole thing, yeah, I didn't. Yes, Don, don't lose people. I'm trying to not lose people. So, Jonathan Chong, welcome in. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Welcome in. Yeah, the building is large. So that end of Disney Springs also is a little bittersweet to me right now because, well, at least as of the last time I was in Disney Springs, and ever since about September of last year, or was it October? Anyway, I went to Disney Springs. It was after the closure, and they were no longer selling the turkey legs, which they used to, down there in front of the House of Blues. And so if it weren't for the M&M store, I really don't have a reason now to go to that end of Disney Springs. I can't lie. There's really nothing after like the hot air balloon. There's really nothing on that end of Disney Springs that interests me now. It's really like from the balloon on over to where the World of Disney and the Christmas store and the that end of Disney Springs is. But so the M&M store is saving that end of Disney Springs as far as Tina, welcome in. Oh yeah, I thought I had been announced it a little clearer. I did go live at 10:30 instead of 11, since the time slot, the 10 o'clock hour is not being used by Miss Lynn, who I went at 10:30 to have a little earlier stream because I am working. I work today and I'm working tomorrow and then Saturday. So I've got 3 days in a row that I'm working. And so, not a problem, Tina. It's great to have you whenever. It is possible this stream could go a little later tonight. Number one, because it is a little later. It is my last one, and I did start a little earlier. So, I was going to talk about something else. What was I talking about? Disney Springs, NBA experience. Disney Springs is boring on that end, except for the M&M store. The donut store, what's it called? The Everglades Donuts. I went in there. If you follow me on Instagram, you may remember I posted pictures of the peanut butter. I forget what it's called. The peanut butter explosion, I think is something on that effect. I think I ate like a third of it, and I felt like I was getting diabetes just from a third of it. They had this huge glazed donut, and then they put like peanut butter on top, and then there was like um some other things, sprinkles maybe, and then there was like a Hershey, like a Reese's cup on top, and anyway, it looked amazing. The presentation is awesome, but they're huge. And I honestly, so the part of it that I had was very, very good. And, but I'm not, I have found recently that I've been not really interested in like sweet things. I've kind of discovered I'm more of a savory guy, hence my love of turkey legs. So anyway, Stacy Rogers, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Welcome in everybody. If you are not aware, and I hate to like be all like sad and morbid, but this is my last weekly live stream tonight. And I'll revisit as an announcement what I'm gonna be doing in the coming months as far as creation of content, so you guys know where to find me. But yeah, so what I thought I'd do for about 10 minutes or so is take some questions. Anything, I did this once, kind of there any things that you want to ask me? Do I have a basic opinion, or what are my preferences as far as, favorites of anything, either as far as Disney or outside of Disney? Any questions regarding the channel and what I'm going to be doing? I will basically be covering a little later. So for about 10 or 15 minutes, I will open this up for a little Q&A of the turkey legster. So if there's anything at all you want to kind of wondering about me, I will open the doors to my mind, which sounds exciting, but you want to be cautious also, because my mind it can be a little bit like Alice in Wonderland. So anyway, what do you want to know about the turkey legster? While I'm waiting for questions to come in. Oh, and Tina with the first question. Besides George the Rooster, who's your favorite animal? Loving those vlogs. Well, I love George the Rooster. I have posted on my Instagram our dog Otis. He's awesome. He's awesome. He is almost 13, I think. And he is having trouble with the last few years, having kind of trouble walking. We're not sure if it's like an arthritis thing, but he is still got the soul of a puppy. And so I'm very fond of Otis. I tend to be a dog person in general. My siblings have very spirited animals as well. My one brother has a chocolate lab who every time I see him, he is just a huge puppy. He's only a few years old, but he's just very he's huge. He's a chocolate lab, but he's very full of energy. He makes his presence well known. So every time I like see them, sometimes they bring him here, sometimes we go to his house, but his name is Gus. And Gus is very much I'm always love to rambunctious. Yes, Tina. He is all about chasing the ball. He always wants to chase the ball and bring it back. Chase the ball and bring it back. In fact, I get tired first before he does. And then my another brother has a smaller dog. Her name is Daisy. She is a puppy and a younger puppy, and she once again is full of energy, but she is got her own. They've got their own personality. So I do love seeing my brother's dogs, and so I love so yeah, George the Rooster. You know, the dogs in my life. What else? Any like baby animal, you know, basically you can kind of ooh and, you know, kind of melt my heart with it. You know, a little kitty cat will work. A little, you know, a little chick or anything. Basically any baby animal is gonna grab my attention. So that's some favorites. Okay. Noah is asking, what is my favorite place around the Walt Disney World parks to grab a turkey leg? Well, my answer to that is simple. If you're selling a turkey leg, I'm there. So the options are very few, Noah. If you've got Epcot, the American Adventure, that'd probably go on top actually. But you know, Magic Kingdom also sells the turkey legs. They have them. They've had them in Liberty Square. It's my understanding. I think Noah, you actually sent the menu to the one place that just recently reopened that had turkey legs on the menu. So it's possible there's a couple places in Magic Kingdom that has a turkey legs. And I kind of mentioned that the turkey legs used to be sold in Disney Springs. They used to. Of course, they took them out of Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, like probably, you know, several years ago. So that definitely was a deficit, or one of those thumbs down things with Disney. So, you're checking bones. Mike Wheeler, welcome in. Welcome. Hitchhiking Bones. Dawn asked me, a two-parter. I love two-part questions. First of all, what's my favorite park? So, as a little tie-in to the last answer, my favorite park is Epcot. Even with, and in some ways, especially with the changes that are coming to Epcot, I do really miss, this is another thumbs down to Disney from me. I really hate that they took out the universe of energy and they're putting a roller coaster in, because to start addressing the second part of that question there, I do not like roller coaster. I am not a roller coaster person. I put me on, like, the Seas with Nemo is really fun. My favorite ride in Epcot is Living with the Land. I really enjoy the Circle Vision films that they have in Canada and in China. I really love this, you know, the whole surround feeling and the in those. In Magic Kingdom, I would have to say I love the TTA, Transportation Tomorrowland Transportation Authority. I really like and the Liberty Bell, the riverboat that goes around Tom Sawyer's Island. that is a favorite of mine. It's so relaxing, such a relaxing ride. So in Magic Kingdom and Epcot, those are my two favorites. Hollywood Studios, I'm not really sure about rides. I didn't ride any rides the last time the time I went to Hollywood Studios this spring. I pretty much just walked around and enjoyed the ambiance of the parks. I really enjoyed the One Man's Dream exhibit. I did go in there. I know that in the past I really had fun on the Toy Story Mania, but I have not experienced the other rides yet. The Slinky Dog or any of the Star Wars rides, the Smuggler's Run or anything. So so at Hollywood Studios, I have to go with my favorite attraction right now that I've actually been in recently is the One Man's Dream. Just a great exhibit looking at the history of the Disney World. Then at Animal Kingdom, we have what do we have? We have the the safaris are always fun. I'd probably say that's my top favorite. Right at the top. I also enjoy the walk through the Maharaja Jungle Trek, and they also have the Gorilla Falls Trail, Exploration Trail. And so those are a lot of fun, looking at the animals. So that's that one. Let's see. Hello, everyone. There's someone, Mike Wheeler. Hello, hello, hello. Tina, your stream was lagging. What did you miss? I don't know what you missed. Did I scroll up? Oh, okay. So my stream probably skipped down. Okay, let me go to the bottom. Let's see. You walking around this. Alrighty. Oh, do I like Soarin'? You know what? Let me explain this. I like Soarin', but the one time I rode it, I enjoyed it. But the feeling of the actual being on the ride, the feeling of it, there was just kind of this, we'll call it a sensory sensation kind of a problem I had with, being on there and the whole, being up there. So once the ride got going, it really wasn't too much of an issue. So I never went back on it, but I really enjoyed the ride. Kind of, I can look back and comfortably say that yes, I enjoyed it, but I was uncomfortable enough that I'm not sure I want to give it another go, because just kind of going up, lifting up, and the movement thing. But I love the soundtrack. The music is awesome. And I love watching, the video versions. Whenever someone puts up a Soarin' video, I definitely. So in that manner, that way, yes, I do like Soarin'. Noah says Guardian Coaster should be built at Hollywood Studios. Yes. That's all I'm gonna say there. One. So Noah and Mike have mentioned Prince Eric's Village Market. Oh, for turkey legs, yes. So I am aware that in the past they have sold turkey legs at Prince Eric's Market. I'm aware that it reopened recently. However, I've checked on the app. It can't bring up a menu. So I have no way of knowing of verifying if, they have reopened with the same menu. But I have seen it, previously that they had turkey legs there. So when I went in the fall and then in the spring, my turkey leg spot at Magic Kingdom was the Liberty Square Market. So I actually had not been in Disney for several years, and so I wasn't aware of kind of some of the other places that they had been selling the turkey legs. So Carol asks, other than Disney, where would you like to go? So eventually I want to go to Legoland. That looks like a lot of fun. It's been several years, but I do want to go back out to the Kennedy Space Center. I remember going there several times in my younger days. And I would like to go out and kind of visit the Kennedy Space Center again, just kind of see how that's changed. I know it's changed because, the last time I went there, they were still doing the space shuttles. So that's how many years it's been since I've been out to the Kennedy Space Center. Also, SeaWorld. I haven't been to SeaWorld in a while. There was an opportunity back in the spring that I could have gone, but it didn't. It kind of missed the mark. It kind of didn't work out. I wasn't kind of feeling it or feeling up to it. Had all my Disney days. It was in early May, and I was in the right smack dab in the middle of me using all my Disney days, and so it wasn't really up to going to SeaWorld really at that point. But I would love to go to SeaWorld. So hopefully that kind of answers that question. So there are also some other local places in Orlando. There's a botanical gardens called Lou Gardens here in Orlando that I went to a couple years ago, and they have it really set up. They've got really relaxing pathways. They've got pretty plants and flowers and everything there. So I'm looking at maybe visiting there and when the weather cools off, maybe in late October, early November. So that's someplace that I also want to go. Noah asked, Dean, question. What are you excited the most? Enchantment at Magic Kingdom or Harmonious at Epcot? Yes. And I'm kind of excited to see both. The bittersweet thing is that I'm not going to make it down to Disney into a park really to see Happily Ever After before it goes away. I've only seen it on a live stream, but I've seen enough of it to really be really enjoy the show. The last nighttime spectacular show that I saw at Magic Kingdom would have been Wishes, which in some ways I prefer to Happily Ever After, just because that is the one that I saw in person last. But yes, I'm excited to see what Enchantment brings. I'm curious and excited to see what Harmonious is. but I have some high hopes for it because I'm hoping that it is good enough to warrant the presence and the constant presence of those things in the water. Those things. The taco barges and the Stargate thing. So I'm hoping harmonious. Better be good, Disney. Hitchhiking Bones asked, do I like Universal Studios? I haven't been. No, actually, I went one time. We had some special passes. We went as a family for a day. We went to, I think it was Islands of Adventure, and it was some special event. I forget what it was, but we got like either free or super discounted tickets, and it was packed. It was like really busy. It was like years ago. So I really haven't gone to see Universal. I am kind of interested to see the Harry Potter sections. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but I am familiar with the movies and that, so I'm interested enough to at least want to go see. I want to go see the parks and kind of see what they have in person. So I don't know that I would buy a pass and go multiple times, but I would want to see each of the parks for a day or part of a day. So Jonathan says, I bet Universal has great turkey legs. Yes, I actually, Resort TV 1, we all know, I think we all know Resort TV 1. They did a stream at the park where the Hogwarts castle is at. They took a little back path out of there, out of the Harry Potter place, and they went right past, I kid you not, and they showed it right on the screen. It was the turkey leg stand. I saw the turkey leg little picture, and it said turkey leg, so I know exactly where to go. Space Mountain Dave, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Great to see you in. So I'm vaguely aware that where the turkey legs are in at least that park. And someone sent me a picture as well. I've been sent a picture of that same place. But I've not had a Universal turkey leg yet. I have had a SeaWorld turkey leg before. It was kind of dry, actually. It was I wasn't too thrilled with it. It was okay, but it was a lot drier than, the Disney turkey legs I'd been having. Carol asked a good question. When and where did I have my first turkey leg? So I'm not sure my exact first turkey leg. I know that I had an annual pass back in spring of 09 through 2010 spring. April of 2009 to 2010. I know that I had several turkey legs during that year. That could have been my first time. I couldn't remember which park I had it at. I know at that point they were doing turkey legs at all 4 parks. So I do distinctly remember having a turkey leg in Animal Kingdom and having one in Hollywood Studios, as well as, I can remember now that I'm thinking about it, having a turkey leg in each one of the parks. So I would have to say, as far as the when, it would be during that year, April of 2009 through April of 2010. And so that would, I don't know if those were my very first turkey legs. They probably were. But it's very possible I could have had one in the past. Obviously, my love of turkey legs hadn't come to the point where they are today. So let me see. It is the time of the show now. Unless there's any more questions, I would like to jump into the story time, because I do need to do story time, and then we're going to talk about the future. The future of all things turkey legster. So let me adjust the microphone. Let me take another sip of the caffeinated beverage. That's how you pronounce it on my stream. The beverage. The beverage. So, we're going to be reading from Disney Bedtime Stories. Wouldn't that be a fun place to be with Mickey and Minnie and Olaf and Winnie the Pooh and Thumper? And then Lady and the little Lady and the Tramps. So tonight's story is Mickey's Camp Out. We're going camping with Mickey and the friends. Here we are. There's the first pages. Mike is ready. Yes, get ready. Grab a snack. Get your warm blankie. Whatever you need to get cozy, because it's story time. It's story time. And Dawn is ready with all of the fun emojis in the chat. So, so let's go camping. Mickey Mouse and his friends were excited. It was time for their annual camp out. Everyone had an important job. Mickey packed the tents. Goofy learned how to build a fire. Minnie and Okay, guys. Goofy learned how to build a fire. I'm going to go on record to say that just sounds a little dangerous. Okay, Tina, hopefully I don't put you to sleep, but if you do fall asleep, it was great having you here. Say hi to Chuck for me, and yes. And Jack, if you're going to bed also, good night. If anyone falls asleep during the story, good night. So, Goofy learned how to build a fire. Minnie and Daisy made dinner, and Donald bought some new flashlights. Is everybody ready? Mickey asked when they had packed up the car. Let's go! And here's the picture again. They are going. Let's go! Let's go! Mickey drove up a mountain and through the woods. Finally, he parked the car next to a lake. Here we are, he said. Gosh, smell the fresh air, Goofy said as he took a deep breath. What should we do first? Let's set up the tents, Mickey suggested. I've never put up a tent before, Minnie said. It's easy, Mickey told her. Just slip the tent poles into the pockets. Mickey, Daisy said, where are the poles? Mickey's eyes grew wide. Oh no, he exclaimed. I forgot 'em. Oh, that's okay, Mickey, Goofy said. We'll have just as much fun sleeping under the stars. I'm warning you guys, I cannot do a Donald impersonation. So don't hold your breath for that one. Okay. So as the sun started to set, Daisy shivered. It's getting a little chilly, she said. Maybe we should build a campfire, Donald suggested. Sure, Goofy replied. Let's go find some firewood. Mickey and his friends hiked into the forest to gather some firewood. When they had enough, Goofy showed them how to pile the sticks inside a circle of rocks. Stand back while I light the fire, everybody, Goofy said. Then he frowned. Uh-oh, I forgot to bring the matches. That's Goofy learning, quote unquote, how to build the fire. You can't build it without the matches. Unless you do it with the wood that you whittle together. Don't worry, Goofy, Minnie said. Our sleeping bags will keep us warm. Now who's hungry? We have hot dogs, corn, and s'mores, added Daisy. But Minnie and Daisy found a big surprise when they reached the picnic basket. The basket had tipped over and someone had eaten all the food. Uh-oh. Someone had eaten all the food. No tents, no campfire, and no dinner, grumbled Donald. At least we have flashlights. Click, Donald pushed the button on the flashlight. But it didn't shine. Click, he tried again. Nothing happened. Ah, shucks, Donald cried. I remembered to buy flashlights, but I forgot to buy batteries. What a camping trip, huh? What a camping trip. This sounds like the kind of trip I might have. Suddenly, a flash of lightning lit up the sky. Maybe we should just go home, Minnie said. We can't camp in the rain without tents. Or dinner, added Daisy. Or campfire, Goofy chimed in. Or flashlights, Donald said. Mickey agreed, and the group rushed to the car. No one spoke for the whole drive home. Mickey could tell that his friends were very disappointed. There they are, driving home in the rain. As they walked into his house, Mickey had an idea. I know, he said. Instead of having a camp out, let's have a camp in. We can camp right here in the living room. Oh, Mickey, what a great idea. That sounds like so much fun. Here they are. I'm gonna have a camp in. Mickey got the tent poles from the basement. Then he put up the tents while Goofy built a fire in the fireplace. There we go. Mickey with the tent and Goofy with the fireplace. Meanwhile, Donald found some extra batteries. In the kitchen, Minnie and Daisy made an even better picnic for dinner. Outside, the rain kept pouring down, but Mickey and his friends didn't mind. Their tents were strong and sturdy. The fire was warm and toasty. The flashlights shone brightly, and their picnic was delicious. And here they are, enjoying their camp in. And that's the end of camping with, what is it? Mickey's Camp Out. So anyway, oh yeah, Mike, it was raining. They forgot all their stuff and then it started raining. So anyway, the end. The end of Mickey's Camp Out. So that's story time. And now we come to my ending segment. I'm going to talk about the future of this channel. And Mike, yes, I'm going to miss reading a story time live on Thursday. So one of the things that I realized after I realized that I didn't really want to continue doing the full live stream. Let me bring my microphone back here. One of the things I realized is that while I didn't enjoy going live like as much, I didn't enjoy going live later as much kind of anymore, because I recognized that I was feeling like I needed to start going to bed slightly earlier, or at least not being as committed late at night to this full live stream event, even just weekly. I realized, though, that the story time was a huge hit. And so I brainstormed a little bit and I said, okay, how can I still bring story time to my followers? And one way that I realized that I could do that is by continuing working or uploading to a podcast channel that I have created that's only got a few stories on it. It's called Stories with Dean. That's a podcast channel that I will be starting during September. We'll be starting to put some stories up on that podcast channel, as well as doing a couple more platforms for it, or sending it out to other platforms, because it's only on a couple of things. It's on Spotify, it's on Google Podcasts, it's on the Castbox that I recorded on, but that's it. So I'm thinking of sending it out to maybe Amazon Music, as well as the TuneIn app. And then we'll see how it goes from there. But so the podcast channel, once again, is called Stories with Dean. So that will be a thing. I will be continuing that podcast channel that has really been dormant since last year at Christmas. It was the last time I read a story on it. So yes, so my the link to the Spotify is in this campsite link that Don just put up. So campsite.bio/theturkeylakester. And there is a link to that podcast channel on Spotify. So, and Mike Wheeler says, we all know how Mickey's campsite went well. Check out Dean's campsite. Oh, I like that tie-in, Mike. I should have done a segue at the end of the story. Thank you, Mike. That's very, I'm going to leave that up there for a second. So anyway, so then I was continuing to thinking. I have dabbled in, I have checked out some apps, just on my phone that you can put together, edit together videos, kind of like a vlog type thing. So I've dabbled in that a little bit since the spring, since I've, been on YouTube. So I have actually enjoyed that. And in fact, last week, you may have seen the pre-recorded Gobbletastically Yours, where I just came on. I talked a little bit. I had a couple segments, and I read a story. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I realized that, well, what would be wrong with continuing to read the stories in a video? So I decided then that's what I'm going to do. So, here we go here's an official announcement. I have put an announcement video on here, but for everyone watching this live and for everyone watching the replay that maybe didn't catch the announcement video within the last couple of weeks that I did, I am launching a video series called Once Upon a Turkey Leg. And so what it's going to be is I'm going to pre-record. When I record, I'll be sitting. You'll probably see this here. There may or may not be this castle background, just because I use my closet too much, and it's a kind of a production to put this back, up and down. So there may or may not be that kind of a background. There'll probably still be some kind of a fun bag in the background here. But anyway, I'm going to come on, say hi, introduce the story, and read a story. And that's going to be the video. Now, I was going to just upload it. I just kept thinking, I was going to just upload it on Thursday nights, at the regular time that people expect to see the turkey legster on YouTube. Instead, I decided what I've also kind of done, which I did last week and I did before, with my pre-recorded shows. I dabbled in the whole YouTube premiere thing. So every Thursday night, you can look forward to Once Upon a Turkey Leg, that weekly video premiering on Thursday nights. So that way you will have an opportunity to come in and, say hey. I'll be in the chat. I'll be able to, it won't be as, exerting to just be in a stream chat. it's probably going to be anywhere between a 10 to 12-minute video each week. But yeah, I will record it ahead of time, and then I'll set the premiere. And so going forward, you will have to pay attention to your notifications. But while this the 10 o'clock hour is still open, as far as the Lynn project going live, because I really want to respect her, when she comes back from her break. I want to respect the time slot. But so while she's on break, I am going to be premiering the video at 10:30. So once Lynn starts going live again at 10, I'm going to go back to the 11:15 time, like I was going live before. So you'll still get a story time. It'll just be that short video again, and it won't be as late as being up till, well, like now it's 12:45. So it'll be 10:30 for a limited time. So let me do a little segue and shout out to anyone in the chat that is not familiar with Lynn and the Lynn Project, to go check out her channel, because she has great content. And when she comes back, to her YouTube, she's, I kind of knowing Lynn a little bit, I know that she's going to have great content, and her Thursday live streams are always so much fun. So yes. So go check out Lynn's channel. In fact, I was debating on whether to do this or not, but I see like 8 people in the live chat right now. Anyone else who's watching on a replay who follows the Lynn Project on Instagram, go to her on Instagram. And I don't think it'll be too many people to like spam her inbox, but go to Lynn on Instagram, the Lynn Project. Tell her you can add whatever you want after this, but tell her the Turkey Legster sent you, period. And then you can say anything or nothing after that. But tell her the Turkey Legster sent you. And then I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to say that I sent myself. So tonight, or whenever she sees her messages, she will kind of see that, people are thinking about her. So the Turkey Legster sent me. And then you can say, something else, anything else. And just kind of to say hey and let her know we're thinking about her. So every Thursday, 10:30 for a limited time, 11:15 sometime in the future will be, yes, thank you, Dawn, for putting her links for Lynn. So in the future, as we know, it's August. Disney's already doing their Halloween thing. Next is Christmas, but of course in between there is Thanksgiving. So I am planning, and I know I just said that this was the last weekly Gobbletastically Yours. So I am cooking up in my mind a series of 3 special holiday stream events. Gobbletastically Yours for prior to Halloween, prior to Thanksgiving, and prior to Christmas. And they're going to be centered around, because as well as Disney, I do enjoy me some Peanuts. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the gang. These are some brand new books that I got. I got The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Looking forward to reading that on a stream. And then I also got a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And then I also have a Charlie Brown Christmas. This is actually the most recent story that I mentioned before on Stories with Dean. So you can pre-listen, if that's a thing, pre-listen to me reading this on Stories with Dean. I put that up there last December. So I'm thinking of doing 3 special times of Gobbletastically Yours. It would be the Thursday right before, or the Thursday before, the week before the holiday. And I kind of went and wrote down, I didn't write the days of the week that the holidays were on. I've got my calendar here. So let me see here. So, and then, so really quickly, let's go look on the calendar. Halloween falls on Sunday. The 31st is a Sunday. So that date would be the 28th of October. The 28th of October. Either write it down or make a mental note. But I mean, I'll post the stream ahead of time. As we know, Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday. So for Thanksgiving, I will either do it the Thursday before, or I will do a stream that night. I'm debating. What do you guys think? Should I do? How would you be likely to watch a stream, late on Thursday night? Are you, stuffed? Are you stuffed on Thanksgiving night? I'm thinking, it would be better just to do it the week before. But, I know for me, most of our Thanksgiving festivities, with the family is usually done by 11 o'clock at night. I'm also aware some of my viewers are in different time zones. So there might still be family things going on. So I'm leaning towards just doing it the week before. And that would be the 18th of November. So mark that down, the 18th of November, possibly, or maybe I'll do a pop-up something on, Thanksgiving night. Possibly. And then for Christmas, Christmas Day is on a Saturday. So, I mean, the Thursday is the 23rd. So it's a little close probably for a lot of people. So the 6th, write down December the 16th would probably be the Thursday that I would shoot for. Thursday, December the 16th for my special broadcast. But if you stay subscribed to this channel, please stay subscribed to the channel. I will set the streams in advance. I will, with a special thumbnail and everything. So we can look forward to that. And then after that, it'll really just be the stories videos that I put up. Stacy Rogers, welcome back. That's all right. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm glad you're back. I was just talking about the future of the channel. Special, it's going to be story videos each week, as well as some special holiday shows, live stream shows. They will actually be live streams for those 3 dates that I said. But anyway, so it is coming up here on midnight. I do have to work in the morning, even though it's not till 12 o'clock. So it's not like I have to wake up really early. But anyway, I do appreciate, I hope I don't choke myself up, but I appreciate everyone. In fact, let me switch banners to this other one. All right. So the this YouTube channel was it is and has been a great adventure for me, and I appreciate very much everyone who has subscribed and supported me thus far. Everyone in the chat, few people that I know aren't in here but are have been very supportive of this venture of mine. And you know, now as I start this next chapter of the channel, and you know, with my podcasting, I'm still doing the Dean Report podcast, bi-weekly episodes, and I actually am doing a Disney series on them right now, Disney According to Dean. I did the first episode last week on the Magic Kingdom. So anyway, you can check that out on the Dean Report. That's under that campsite link that Dawn and Mike had posted earlier. And if you followed me on Instagram, that link is on my profile, my bio page, so you can find that easily. But anyway, the yeah. So my podcasting, the Stories with Dean podcast, those will be going. Stories will go up on that podcast, maybe on the alternating weeks, maybe not. They might be a little more sporadic. But the Once Upon a Turkey Leg video series will be weekly. And in fact, I'm planning on like pre-recording the stories and creating the videos in, one fell swoop, and then just, setting the streams. That way I'm not actually just creating video each week, kind of do a month at a time. So, but you'll get them weekly. So, thank you for all the turkey legs. Mike put a bunch there, and Mike says, we'll miss you live, but we'll be here for you, Dean. Thank you, guys. Stacy with all the turkey legs. I'm just going to leave that there for now. But thank you guys for, again, so much. And I'm not closing I'm not totally closing the door on coming back to live streams. Gobbletastically Yours may, resurrect at some point in the future. But at least for now, it's where I'm gonna, this is gonna be the thing. So anyway, I've got more turkey legs I need to show. Tina with some turkey legs and turkeys. Love it. Mike with all those turkey legs. You guys know I've never had more than one turkey leg at a time at Disney. I never have. I never have. Jonathan, turkey legs. Thank you. Noah, turkey legs and turkeys. And Tina, turkey legs and turkeys. And Mike Wheeler doesn't know about the ballet shoes. Actually, it didn't show up as a ballet shoe on my side. It showed up as like a square. So if those are ballet shoes, well, then I guess I'm gonna maybe I should do a turkey leg dance, something. Anyway, it is getting late, and I do work in the morning. Well, in the morning, it'll be noon when I'm starting. But thanks again, everybody. Have a great. Well, it's almost Friday if you're on the East Coast. For Dawn, you've got another hour, and Elena, you've got like the whole day left. Well, you got a few hours more than I do, than we do. But anyway, thanks again, everybody. I look forward to bringing you Once Upon a Turkey Leg in the future. I look forward to the special holiday events, live stream events. And yes, you're welcome, Dawn. And I will see you real soon. I will use that phrase that we love from Mickey Mouse so much that I will see ya real soon. Actually, you'll see me, unless you know I do like a video chat with anybody. You'll see me real soon. So I'll see you in the chats. Yes. The other thing that is not going away is I'm still going to be, involved in the YouTube community. So everyone in here, I know you follow and are active with other channels and everything. So I'm still be around. You'll still see, me in the chats. So you'll still see me there. But anyway, that's not going away. All right. So this has been fun. And I thank you so much again for your support, and good night. Happy Friday. Don't forget, go give Lynn some love, the Lynn Project on Instagram. Tell her the turkey legster sent you. Tell her we love her. We're thinking of you. And I look forward to the very first Once Upon a Turkey Leg next Thursday, guys, at 10:30 will be the premiere. And I look forward to it. You'll have to come by to find out which story it is. So, good night. Be well. And I'll see you next time.